Lewa's lack of luck begins when he was taken over by Makuta using an infected Kanohi mask. He was later saved by his friend Onua. His lack of luck continues when he was taken over by Borax Krana, and once again saved by his friend Onua. Lewa's lack of luck continues now that he has been transformed into a powerful Toa Nuva.
Win! I don't understand. What has ever happened to my voice? What? Matanui, what have you done to me?
Hello and welcome back to the recap review. Today I'm going to be looking over Lewa Nuva, set number 8567. The amount of parts is 37, and at time of release this set was about $8. Let's jump right into the pros. Pros I would have to say would be the consistency of the color scheme between Lewa Nuva and the 2001 counterpart Lewa Mata. Another pro I definitely have to say would be the inclusion of dual arms this time. He's perfectly symmetrical, and the arms actually don't flop around like they did on Lewa Mata. He has two gears that keep his arms pretty much in place just as long as you don't flail him around. Another pro I would have to say would be the gear function, and that works pretty much like it does on the Mata. Take this gear here, you twist it, and the arms will swing. So that's great. So that's the basics. Basic cons would be the lack of moving knees and elbows. Probably also the lack of a moving neck. And the gear function, people would say. Now the gear function, the reason why people wouldn't like that would be because it hurts posing. It's difficult to pose and doesn't look good for pictures, along with the large gear on the back. Now, everything up till the gear, there's a fix for that, and that's in this little contraption. Take this, put it right back here, have the gears mesh, you're done. The arms will only move like that, nothing else. Make it easy for posing. So, I could pretty much end it right here. That's really the basics and all you need to know for this set. It looks really cool. However, I'm going to go one step beyond. I am going to go ahead and look at Lewa Mata in comparison to Lewa Nuva. So what's changed? Well, let's actually talk about what hasn't changed first. What hasn't changed is the basic design. Torso is the same, feet are the same, the colors are the same. So right off the bat you can tell it's Lewa, only upgraded. What has changed is that he's now perfectly symmetrical. Instead of his one green axe, he has two silver katana. Now, honestly, I feel that the original Lewa Mata is definitely a younger looking version. It looks a lot more rookie-ish. Lewa Nuva looks definitely more aged, probably, and a lot more, I guess, experienced, you could say. Definite improvement over Lewa Mata is the fact that Lewa Mata has this floppy arm. Lewa Nuva does not. So that is fantastic. So, as far as the mask design goes, honestly, this one is a lot different from the original, I would say. Definitely a lot more than, like, say, Gali or Tahu. What you can see that is probably the same would be these little kind of hole things here. A lot smaller than they were on Lewa Mata. Aside from that, pretty much everything else is different. Instead of the kind of more sleek, curved look of the original Miru, Miru Nuva has a bunch of spikes and spokes coming off of it. And this weird kind of spike thing in the middle here. There's not a lot that I can say resembles the original Miru. It's kind of one of those things you just have to think kind of feels like it would belong to Lewa. Personally, I don't really see the resemblance. and it's kind of difficult for me to say that I like it. But that's just personal preference. As far as the weapons, I think that's a really interesting choice. The original Lewa having an axe makes sense. The Lewa Nuva having 2 katana, that actually works really well. So, speaking of the katana, what do? Because all the Nuva, they have a secondary function. Lewa's is actually quite interesting. Let's push the gear back here, inward, so that the arms can move. So, Lewa's function is this. You don't have to take anything off. You put the arms like that. Take the katana, you fold them in like that. There you go. That's the function. Okay, who am I kidding? That is not the function. That is a way to do this function. How I do it is actually a lot closer to how they do this in the movie The Mask of Light, where you take his legs, you fold them back like so, take his arms, you fold them back, and you turn the swords upside down, so that way it looks like he's actually kind of gliding, kind of like in the CGI animation. So, I don't know, I personally like that better, but either way works for you. It's kind of a personal preference thing, which is really great because you have a lot of options. Either way, it's a really cool function. Definitely a great way to promote the feature. So that is Lewa Nuva. Definite improvement of the original Lewa Mata. Definitely a great way to usher in a new kind of team coherency. So, I hope you have enjoyed watching this review. Next week I'll be going over Toa Nuva. Hope you've all enjoyed, and thank you all for watching.